Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by the Guild. I am Tom Downey. Follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney for more Cowboys coverage. We'll start with some news items, and yeah, of course, that means the big one, Terrance Williams' arrest for public intoxication. Here's what we know based on the police report, and then we'll break down Williams' side of the story. So police have said that around 4:45 a.m., they found that a Lamborghini had struck a light pole. They found that it was registered to Terrance Williams' car. And then they went to go find him, and they found him riding around on an electric scooter, and they arrested him there for public intoxication and leaving the scene of an accident. Williams, however, says that he didn't hit a light pole. There was no light pole near the car. What happened was a car had slammed on its brakes. He had swerved to avoid it and had gone up the embankment and his car wouldn't start. So a neighbor picked him up, and he was in the process of heading back to the car to meet the tow truck driver, where he was arrested with, he says, without any sobriety tests. So what we'll do is we'll take the sensible approach here. We'll wait for this court case to play out. Now, Williams said he's innocent there and that he's going to be vindicated as well. He also mentioned that the police officer, quote, who I have met in the past in the neighborhood saw me on the scooter and arrested me without performing any sobriety tests, which at least to me kind of implies that Williams and the officer have a past and it's not exactly a pleasant one there. So just kind of be mindful of that. As for Williams' future with the Cowboys, it's even more in doubt than it was. Now, the Cowboys were not going to cut Williams before his arrest. It made zero financial sense to do so. But now, well, we'll see what happens. Now, they're not going to be able to get out of the guaranteed money unless there's some type of suspension that can help trigger the void of the guarantees. A simple arrest isn't going to do that. So we'll wait and see on Terrance Williams. That is the latest on it, but I do want to know from you guys, what should the Cowboys do with T-Will? Do you want him to cut him? Do you want to keep him for now or keep him no matter what? I will say I found it very funny on Twitter how quickly people were like, oh, yay, now we can cut Terrance Williams. I don't know if that's actually the case, and of course we'll allow the court proceedings to take shape as well and let the legal system run its course. All right, some more news items here for the Cowboys. Cowboys worked out a bunch of free agents late last week, and 13 in total. They're not going to sign any of them, though. I will throw out a couple notable guys just to mention. Trevor Knight, the quarterback. I know you Aggies fans and Oklahoma fans and in general Big 12 fans know him pretty well. Damian Mama was a USC offensive guard. Spent some time with the Giants last year, but too big, too slow to be an NFL offensive guard. Maybe Darius Latham is the one guy to really monitor. He played with the Oakland Raiders. Cowboys do have a big need at defensive tackle. Eric Pinkins is a special teams type guy at safety. But this reminds me, what do you guys think is the biggest position of need for the Cowboys? Give me a heart for defensive tackle, like for safety, wow face for linebacker, and then a laughy face for tight end. I'm going with DT. I think it's their biggest need. They need a one technique, and they don't have one right now, especially with Malik Collins also battling his own foot injury, just like Terrance Williams is right now. All right, third item here. This is kind of a tricky one. Paul Alexander wants smart offensive linemen because, that's what every offensive line coach wants. Here's why we're mentioning it, because there was a way too big of a reaction made when Paul Alexander, I should say Bobby Belt, tweeted out a caption or a photo from Paul Alexander's book. It's telling how Alexander can tell if he wants an offensive lineman quickly. If you tap the bottom of the 57 logo on the bottom of a ketchup bottle from Heinz, it'll all flow out easily. He doesn't want linemen that are pounded on the bottom trying to make it come out, because the metaphor here is that Alexander wants smart offensive linemen. People took it way too literally, saying, oh, he doesn't want linemen that can't figure out the 57 on the bottom of the Heinz ketchup bottle. It was the peak Twitter offseason overreaction. No, he's not being serious, because Alexander wrote in his book, if they don't know that, they can't play for me. They should move to defensive line. A massive overreaction there.